Billions of dollars from a single idea. A man in a metal suit launching a universe. A farm boy with a lightsaber redefining mythology. A teenage kid bitten by a spider becoming one of the most profitable characters in film history. Out of thousands of films, why did only a handful rise to the top and build global fan bases? Billion-dollar universes and cultural dominance that's lasted for decades? In this video, we're breaking down exactly what makes the world's most successful movie franchises so powerful, and as we go through them, you're going to notice a pattern that becomes clearer with each example. Kicking off with Iron Man in 2008, the Marvel Cinematic Universe turned years of Marvel comics into a connected saga. Here, heroes like Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor share a continuous story that evolved from the Infinity Stones to the current multiverse adventure. Instead of isolated sequels, Marvel sold audiences on following a whole universe across phases, using post-credit teases, crossover events, and Disney Plus series to keep engagement continuous. That strategy transformed the MCU into the highest-grossing film franchise in history, with over $32 billion in global box office, led by Avengers: Endgame at about $3 billion worldwide. Beyond ticket sales, Marvel's IP drives toys, games, streaming subscriptions, and theme park lands, making it the template other studios are still trying to copy. Star Wars launched in 1977 with a straightforward tale of a farm boy becoming a Jedi Knight, then exploded into a nearly 5-decade cultural phenomenon. George Lucas created a mythic universe built on the Force, Jedi versus Sith, and a galaxy far, far away. The original trilogy quickly expanded into the 9-film Skywalker saga. It then grew further with spin-offs like Rogue One and Solo, and now includes a dense ecosystem of streaming series. The franchise has reinvented itself 3 times through the original, prequel, and sequel trilogies. Disney acquired Lucasfilm in 2012 for $4 billion and transformed Star Wars into a modern multimedia universe. The live-action films alone have generated over $10 billion in worldwide box office. This makes Star Wars one of the most lucrative film franchises in history. When you include merchandise, total franchise revenues are estimated in the tens of billions more. Spider-Man's core story features Peter Parker as a young, overmatched hero who must balance his great power with great responsibility. This flexible premise has successfully spanned multiple film franchises, including the original Raimi trilogy, the Amazing Reboot, the Tom Holland MCU films, and the animated Spider-Verse movies. The first Spider-Man film debuted in 2002, starting the successful cinema run. Over 10 major live-action films have been released since then. Spider-Man is easy to relate to. The iconic New York setting and his cool web swinging make him popular. This makes him perfect for simple coming-of-age stories or big multiverse adventures. Sony Pictures owns the film rights to the character, and they often partner with Marvel Studios for production and creative oversight. He is a huge success with critics and fans. This makes Spider-Man the most valuable single-character brand in movies. All his mainstream films have earned over $9 billion globally. The character's value also helps Sony create more spin-offs, games, and merchandise.
You're a wizard, Harry.
The core story of the Wizarding World tells the classic tale of the Chosen One, Harry Potter, who discovers he is a wizard and attends Hogwarts. His destiny is to defeat the dark wizard Voldemort. Across 7 books and 8 films that matured in tone from light fantasy to dark war drama, the tight film adaptations, consistent casting, and rising emotional maturity helped turn the series into a massive global young adult phenomenon. The entire series is based on the incredibly successful novels written by J.K. Rowling. The original films earned about $7.7 billion worldwide, with the Fantastic Beasts prequels lifting the total revenue to roughly $9.5 billion, making it one of Warner Brothers' most important evergreen brands supported by theme parks, tours, and games. The James Bond franchise centers on Agent 007, a stylish and morally flexible spy who is always armed with gadgets, fast cars, and a license to kill. Unlike many franchises, Bond's success relies on maintaining a durable formula featuring villainous masterminds, exotic locations, and recurring supporting characters while regularly swapping out the lead actor and adjusting the tone. Since 1962, the series has produced 25 official films, making it one of the most enduring continuous franchises in cinema history. The character's first appearance was in the 1953 novel Casino Royale. This evergreen format with a rotating star, has kept the series commercially viable for over 60 years, with the films collectively grossing over $7 billion at the box office, cementing Bond as one of the longest-running and highest-grossing film series of all time. The Fast and Furious series began as a modest 2001 street racing thriller about undercover cop Brian O'Connor infiltrating Dominic Toretto's crew, but it later reinvented itself into a globe-trotting heist and spy franchise. A key turning point came when Tokyo Drift underperformed, and Universal brought Vin Diesel back for a surprise cameo, then used the strong fan response to shift the series back around the original characters. The new focus is on themes of family, physics-defying stunts, and an ensemble cast led by Vin Diesel and the late Paul Walker. Its success is often credited to its diverse casting and strong appeal to international markets. This pivot from local car culture to international action spectacle turned it into Universal's biggest franchise. By scaling up the action to include cars in space, the series drove its cumulative box office to well over $7 billion across 11 films, with the saga consistently ranking among the top film earners.
Nobody move a muscle.
The Jurassic Park franchise, which began with Steven Spielberg's 1993 film, tells the story of scientists using genetic engineering to bring dinosaurs back to life on a remote theme park island. Over time, the series expanded into 6 films and introduced well-known actors like Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Chris Pratt. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that nature can't be controlled, proving once again that life finds a way. The later movies, especially the Jurassic World trilogy, increased the intensity with more action, new hybrid dinosaurs, and a growing focus on the military's interest in the science behind these creatures. The underlying scientific concept of gene sequencing and cloning adds a layer of modern-day plausibility to the fantasy. The brand's power lies in its instantly understandable premise and FX-driven awe, which has translated into huge returns. Across 6 main films, the franchise has amassed roughly $6.4 billion in global box office, sustaining strong toy, game, and theme park lines for Universal. The Middle-earth films bring J.R.R. Tolkien's stories to life. It began with the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This trilogy follows an epic quest to destroy the One Ring. The franchise later expanded with the Hobbit prequel trilogy. The film set the gold standard for serialized fantasy filmmaking through the use of location, shooting in New Zealand and large-scale practical effects. Director Peter Jackson oversaw the production of all 6 major theatrical films in the franchise. The Hobbit trilogy received mixed creative responses, yet it still performed strongly at the box office. Together, the 2 trilogies have grossed close to $6 billion worldwide, putting Middle-earth among the highest-grossing fantasy franchises despite having only 6 core films. The films reignited a worldwide love for Tolkien's books. They also set the standard for how big fantasy franchises create their own amazing worlds. So those are the most successful movie franchises of all time. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Let me know in the comments, did I miss any franchise you think deserves to be on this list?